everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's old Pappy back with another one. Thanks for tuning in, and better late than never, I'm going to be coming in with a test server review of these new weapons that are coming soon to the live game. We got the QUARKER and the Nucleon, which are sort of the light and the heavy version of the Atomizer, which is already in the game. And we're going to be looking at the Cataclysm and the Cyclone, which again are Titan weapons. Cataclysm's the heavy or the alpha weapon, and the Cyclone is the beta weapon. Basically, they're Calamity Scourge for the Titan. So let's get right into it here. Now, some of you guys have already probably been using the Atomizer, and drop me a line or a comment, because I'd love to hear your thoughts. Because my review of it when it was on the test server was that it was too weak, and it basically was too inaccurate. And so, very, very quickly, these weapons are kind of unique because they have unlimited ammo. But the more you fire them, the more they overheat. You can see it on my firing button, basically that little reddish-orange line that's getting higher and higher. And eventually it gets so wild you can't hit anything unless it's literally in front of you. And so a lot of people are kind of trying to figure out, where do these weapons fit? Is it is it meant to be sort of a mid-range weapon? Is it meant to be a brawler? Like what is the point of these weapons? And so, I got a couple Atomizers now to level 10 in the live game, and you know what, they're working out okay. They're better than I thought. I'd be interested to see what they're like at totally maxed out MK2. But anyway, getting back on the test server here, I got two heavies on my White Dragon here with the fancy 10,000 gold purple skin. And one of the things I'm noticing right away is that, again, I'm finding them to be a little bit weak. And maybe it's just me. I get it. I'm shooting a bunch of, I'm shooting a bunch of robots with resistance, like these Phantoms, this little arsehole in front of me here that won't stop shooting me. But I am finding them to be a little bit weak, and I'm kind of curious to know what you guys think about it. So, he's got his last stand on, and I was hitting him point blank, and I find that the killing power of these things just seems to not be there. Like, and the other thing I found on the test server a little bit was there was a lot of lag. So, maybe that's it as well. But anyway, let's just keep going here. I got my Phantom equipped with a couple of the lights on here, the QUARKERs, and I got myself a shotgun because I kind of thought maybe this would be a good build to go up close with people. Look at that lag. And I'm just kind of blasting this guy. Look at him. I'm right point blank, and that's a long time to kill somebody, right? Like, that was what, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi to take that guy's health down? It was really, really tough. And so, I also want to talk a little bit about something else here while you just watch the gameplay there, and, you judge for yourself how well I'm doing. But take a look as well. Another change on the test server was the graphics. Now, the graphics are a lot sharper than they are in the current game. I don't know what it is exactly they've done with the actual engine that runs the game, but they are testing out new graphics as well, and I do see a difference, right? I mean, and maybe you tell me. The detail is there, the sharpness is there. You're seeing individual missiles as they're being lobbed at you from aphids and vortex and stuff like that. You can really see the individual laser bullets from my QUARKER. Anyway, let's take a step back here, and you're like, for the love of God, Pappy, what am I looking at now? Let's move on to the Cataclysm. Now, the Cataclysm and the Cyclone, which we're testing this time around, this is what the graphics looked like a few weeks ago when I did my first test server video. Now, I slowed it down here a little bit, but I wanted to show you. The effects were not ready, and so all it looked like was a bunch of pink spaghetti noodles being whapped at each other, right? I mean, it was kind of crazy. Now, let's check out what it looks like now. How about that, guys? Isn't that beautiful? Those are some really, really nice effects here. I love the pulsing, where you can just literally feel the electricity being shot at your enemies. I really, really love it. So hats off to the designers, and the people who put the skins and all that kind of finishing touches on the game, because it looks really, really beautiful now. And even like with me getting shot there, the pink spaghetti noodles are gone. It really, really is a nice looking weapon. Now, in terms of effectiveness, you can see there I just got a kill. I have found I didn't see much of a difference in terms of killing power compared to the way it was last time it was on the server. I mean, obviously, there you go. I mean, it kicked my arse there. But I am noticing that, like a Scourge or a Calamity, it needs to lock on. And so, with that extra few seconds it takes to lock on, those are some crucial seconds that may or may not decide whether you live or die on the battlefield, right? I mean, it really is. And so the other thing, obviously, is that you're going to see when you're up against a robot like Arthur, which has like 1,000,000 health on its shield or something like that. I'm trying to get around the back of him here because there's no point in me shooting the front of his shield unless I want to die. He just gave me a fart blast, so I'm going to die anyway. But about those Cataclysms and the Cyclone is that, they are going to be extremely deadly against robots with no hard shields. They are going to be extremely ineffective against Arthur. And I guess supposedly, any other robot with a hard shield that, especially if they have fortifiers, it just ain't going to work. And so let's get back here to a little bit more gameplay footage. This is a really short video. I just wanted to show you a little bit of more of this Cataclysm and Cyclone gameplay, only a few seconds. It's coming up after my score here. Look at that. We didn't even have a full team of players there. Shoot. Anyway, let's get back in it. I just want to talk a little bit more about these things, pros and cons. So obviously 600-meter range, so they're going to be super deadly as a counter, very much similar to the Gendarme and the Cuirassier weapons that are like the Dragoon-style weapons on Mings that dominate the battlefield now. The con is going to be that you need to lock on, and so as soon as someone goes into stealth, unless they bring in a quantum radar for the Titans, you're going to lose your connection, your lock on, and you're also going to have to lose vital seconds to lock back on when they come back into the game. And then finally, you look at the Arthur here. I could shoot that thing literally all day long, and it's really not going to do much damage, which is why I have to get to the ground so I can use my built-in defensive defense points as soon as the Ming has defense when it gets on the ground. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Summing up, I think that QUARKER and Nucleon seem weak, but I guess I need to see them at higher levels. Cataclysm and Cyclone are strong enough, I guess. I don't see a lot of difference from last time, although they look a hell of a lot more beautiful. And the graphics are great, but I really hope it doesn't cause a lot more lag. Anyway, that's it for now. Drop me a line, let me know what you think. Share it and like the video if you want. I appreciate your support. And until next time, I'll see you on the battlefield.